What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Aaron, and today I got some really crazy items for you guys. Super nostalgic haul. I want you guys to tell me if you think I got a good deal on this stuff, because I've been questioning it ever since I got it. So welcome to Driven by Dreams. Today I got a pretty decent setup today. I know I'm working with what I got. I got a backdrop here. I got my studio light. It's becoming dusk pretty quickly, so we're gonna get right into this items. Thank you all for tuning in. God bless you all. I hope you guys like this video and this content. I was excited to videotape and photograph this stuff. So today I have a haul. It's a funny story. I wasn't looking to buy anything, actually. Somebody had messaged me on Marketplace and asked me if I'd buy toys, and I said yes. I love toys. I buy all sorts of toys. And they started sending me just pictures. They've been hounding me for days. They've been just like sending me videos, blurry videos, like pretty bad quality photos. But I think it's because I have an iPhone and they have an Android. I'm not gonna get into that right now. But these items are super cool. Some of them are pretty high end. Other ones I've never seen before. So long story short, we kept agreeing on prices. He kept adding more items in there and then told me this is the new price that I want. And I said, all right, that seems fair. The first price was like $600, then it went to $750. I got there. The main reason why I went all the way out there was an hour and a half drive. There was an entire bin about this high filled with vintage 1977 to 1983 Star Wars toys. When I got there, he didn't want to let me inside. He brought a lot of stuff out, and I made a list the night before of all the items that we went over. And I was like, where are all the Star Wars toys? There's only 4 ships in here. And he's like, oh, well, come on inside. And he's like, I don't know where this is, and I don't know where that is. And I was like, dude, there's 2 bins of Star Wars on the table. He goes, well, I was trying not to cut my own throat, and I didn't really want to, sorry I cold your lot a little bit down. I was like, but you just told me that was all the Star Wars ships. So I am thinking this guy's trying to scam me, dude. And I understand that he probably undercut himself when he started pricing stuff out. He's like, yeah, I want all this for 600, and yeah, you know what, I'll add all this stuff for another 150. So we're gonna get into some items. You're gonna tell me what you guys think. He was hung up on a few items, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what they are. We'll get into a big item right now. This is actually a really rare item. This was sculpted by John Matthews. It's about 8.5 by 5 by 6. It is beautiful. It's an LED globe with a certificate of authenticity. It's a snow globe. I've never seen it before, but I did look it up. Here's a certificate. It's limited 1 out of 1,500 pieces. Now, he told me that this was worth about 120 to 150, and I looked it up, and he was pretty accurate. He was right on the money. This item and one other Batman item, he wanted 150 for, and I didn't mind paying that because the total items that if I sold these, I could get about 425 bucks. So check this out. Look how beautiful this is, just in case I don't drop it. So I think it lights up. Yeah, the batteries are dead, but so it's got a gargoyle here, like a Gotham Tower from New York. It's got like Batman, Robin, it's got Joker, and it's got Harley Quinn. So it's a beautiful item. It's very heavy, actually, and I love it. I absolutely love it. So if you think about it this way, he wanted 150 items for this and also a Stein that's hand-carved in England. And I pretty much paid 75 each for these. This one I'll probably make about 50 bucks on, whereas the other thing I'll probably make about 175 bucks on. So that's the reason why I pulled the trigger. You know, I love Batman, I love the animated series and stuff like that, but sometimes some of these items I will keep. It's not all about the money. It's about buying stuff and being able to keep stuff as well as make your money back. So that way the stuff you collect, you break even on. And that's what I kind of do with this stuff is there's some certain items in these lots that I will keep, and I'll have to sell stuff in order to break even or make my money back. That way collecting is pretty much free. So this is a pretty cool item. This will be, you know, I paid $800 for this lot, and I'll get into the story a little bit more. This is probably about $120 plus shipping probably. So this is a pretty decent price. So out of 800, this is already 120 bucks. So we'll move on. Like I said, it's not all about the money, but it has to be a little bit because I can't keep forking out. And yeah, don't take that wrong. Don't clip that. I can't keep spending all this money and then not be able to make a little bit back. You know what I mean? Because otherwise I'll just go broke. You just keep spending money and not make anything back. This, if anybody knows what this is marketed by Cornell Importers. I think this was made in Germany. This is a ceramic Stein with a pewter top, and it is brand new. I don't have a box for it. And it's Batman and Robin and the Moon. And this sells for, I think the last sold listing for this was about 280 bucks. This is a fantastic item, and I really don't want to destroy this, so I'm going to be very careful with it. But you can see just how beautiful this is. And you know, if anybody knows my channel, I'm a huge German, like, engineering and German freak, whether it's artwork, whether it's cars, whether it's you name it. So that's a beautiful item. I'm not putting it on the table because I do not want it to fall. So between those two items, I think half my money is back already right there. That's about $250. That's about 100 and something. We're roughly at almost $400. So we have a lot of items here. We're going to get into some smaller items, and then I'll get into some other big hitters that I think I'll do pretty well on. This, I think he kind of just threw in. He felt really bad. So I kept saying, he's like, oh, you're a veteran. Like, I don't want to screw you. And I was like, well, don't intentionally screw me, but like work something out with me. You know, if you're going to change the deal and we agreed on a price, don't pull stuff out of the lot, because now I'm getting less items for the money that I agreed on. So be careful with that. You know, I really was tempted to videotape the whole transaction, but I'm not out to try and make the guy look like an a-hole. I understand he's buying stuff cheap and selling it for more. When some people say that you're buying stuff and they're like, oh, well, I'm pretty much breaking even and stuff like that. Well, no, you wouldn't be letting the items go if you were pretty much breaking even. You know what I mean? If you felt that were the case, you wouldn't have said, oh, I'm only making $200 or $300 on this stuff. So he kind of flip-flopped a little bit. And he still kept in touch with me after this. He actually called me and apologized. Well, he called and asked if I was okay with my lot. And I said, listen, guy, I said, I don't feel like you truly scammed me per se, but I said, you can't change the deal on people like that when I'm driving an hour and a half each way. So he kind of, the whole respect thing where he called me and he felt bad. He's like, no, next time I'll give you a better deal. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to do all that. I didn't mean to cut your lot down. So it's all right. I told him, I said, listen, I said, you calling back and apologizing or feeling a little bit of remorse, I said, that means more to me than picking up the items. I said, thank you. I said, because the human interaction, he's saving a bridge instead of burning the bridge. You know what I mean? Because he would have a repeat customer back in me if that didn't happen. Anyways, this is a NECA. I think this is like a 8-inch tall. I don't know how tall he is, but that's an Alpha Predator. Super cool. I think there's actually some, yeah, so there's some like attachments here. I don't know what all this is, but I can't tell if he's like getting eaten by alien or what, or a xenomorph, because this is a little weird, because these come out of like his shoulder things and they're not supposed to be glued in. Like, look at that. Like, that's just so weird. I don't understand. Anyways, well, one of them is a little broken, but that's pretty cool. I love Predator. That'll be staying in my collection, I think. We're gonna get into this small little box here. Now he just kind of he started throwing a bunch of items in because he felt really bad. And you know what, like, I think we were actually, I said, well, listen, I said, can we do 700? And then we went inside and he was like, well, how about 850? And then he started throwing a bunch more items in. He threw wrestling figures in, threw Harry Potter figures, and he threw a bunch of stuff in. So we'll get into that, you guys. Like I said, let me know in the comments below if you guys think I did a good job on this or not. I'm still learning how to value stuff on the go, because you don't want to be in somebody's house and you don't want to be on the phone looking everything up, because I'm like, maybe I should charge more. You kind of want to work out a deal beforehand, check all the items, maybe look them up on your phone, see if you get a good deal or not, and then work it out from there. Then you'll know the prices in your head of what stuff costs before you get there, and then you can negotiate better. So this is actually pretty cool. I didn't even know Hot Wheels made crash test dummies. So these are pretty cool, actually. These are actually cards and instructions for the stuff that's in the box, and I'm pretty sure this is called a crash test prototype. So this is a car. I don't know if all the pieces are in here or not, but this is a car, and then this is a cannon. It's pretty cool though. I mean, this stuff is pretty, what year is this stuff from? 2003. I mean, I don't remember. I know I had crash test stuff when I was younger. I just don't remember to what extent. Here's a huge bag of figures. Obviously the figures are going to be blown apart and stuff. I mean, there's just a massive amount of figures and parts. That's pretty messed up, man. What the? There's a crash test dog and a crash test raccoon, if there isn't enough, and a crash test cat, if there isn't enough roadkill out there and people who don't know how to take care of their animals. There's a skunk, just adding insult to injury here. But anyway, so these figures, I guess you put the head together and they blow apart. I want to get this video done before it gets dark, but this camera will help. So the figures blow apart. Thought that was pretty cool. I'm pretty sure these figures would have been on these Hot Wheels cards, which is weird because I didn't know Hot Wheels actually made figures. But I'm pretty sure it's like Mattel. There's more stuff in here. We got motorcycle, there's a crash test skateboard, there's a fire hydrant, stuff like that. That's pretty cool. That looks like a sink or something like that. Oh, that's one of those road signs. He added this in too. I don't know why he did this, but this is 1979 Universal Studios, Hong Kong. So I don't know what this is. It looks like it could be from Land of the Lost or something like that. I don't remember. He told me what it was. I don't know everything. I know that this is from with that Bob and It's that science movie. It's not Hackers. It's some outer. Oh, Black Hole. This is cool. This is from Black Hole. I thought this was pretty neat. This is from, wow, Walt Disney, 1979. This is from Black Hole. I think this is the guy that floats, and I'm pretty sure this is the bad guy. We got some other parts in here. We'll put these aside in a minute. Well, you probably know what those are if you are familiar. This looks like a ghost trap or something like that with a hand coming out. This looks like Ghostbusters. Don't know what this is for. Crash test thing. And then I think there's a Micronaut. I'm pretty sure there should be the Micronaut stuff in there. Mego Corporations, Hong Kong. This guy is full metal. He's a Micronaut. So I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but he's a Micronaut. He's literally all die cast. All of his hands, all of his parts, everything is pretty much metal except for his head. So that's pretty cool. He told me, so his prices were very askew. He told me that that Micronaut alone, that metal one, was worth $100. I have yet to look it up yet. But he started adding stuff in there. Like I said, like most of this, like this guy wasn't part of the lot. The Micronaut was supposed to be part of the lot. He actually gave me a different one. He gave me the better version of one that I thought was going to be in there. So he started, like he said, he threw the Batmobile in there. He kind of threw the Predator in there. He told me Predator wasn't for sale. Let's move on to some bigger items. So this, if I can find the other piece to it, this is a Mobius Models 2012 Cylon Raider. This is pretty sick, actually. He's probably taller than 12 inches. He is missing his hand, but it's right here in the bag with the components. I gotta glue it. So luckily it is gonna be complete in a minute. And the model is technically a model that's already glued together, so I'm just re-gluing something that was already glued. So hopefully you guys can see that. I mean, that thing is pretty huge. I mean, I have about an 8-inch to 9-inch palm. That thing is pretty huge. I got dust on me, man. Come on, dude. Spider webs. Anyways, I thought that was pretty neat. It's custom, it's hand painted. Don't remember how much they were going for, but I think that was pretty cool. I do like the aspect of Battlestar. I love aliens and I love robots and stuff like that. I just haven't actually got into it. That and Doctor Who were like two of the series that I haven't got into. But there's another item in here that's actually from Battlestar if you guys like that kind of stuff. Let's get into another cool item. Like something that hits home to me more than some of the other stuff. Like, you know, Crash Test Dummies, huge part of my childhood. You know, I think I remember there was a cartoon. I know there was a lot of car commercials. But like Battlestar and stuff like that really wasn't. So this is sick. This is Transformers 4. I was actually looking up one of these on Marketplace, and there was a guy that was selling one for 50 bucks without the box. And I don't remember if he was missing the sword or not. But this is from Age of Extinction, where Optimus rides Grimlock, and they made a statue of it. Let me try and get it out of here without ruining this thing. I actually thought it was bigger than this. It's hard to decipher in pictures, but check this out. This is Optimus riding Grimlock. Look how sick that is. This is like brand new in the box. What year is it from? 2014. Pretty heavy. It feels like a rubber kind of resin, so I'm not 100% sure what that is. But if you guys can see that, it's kind of dusty. Maybe he did display it, but I think that's pretty sick. It's Optimus riding Grimlock, and I love Tyrannosaurus Rexes and stuff like that. So I think he wanted 50 bucks for this, and I know that I could probably sell it for a little bit more, but I might hold on to this just because it's super cool, and I love Transformers, and I love Grimlock is awesome. I actually came up with a custom license plate for one of my Porsches. I had Mirage picked out for my 911, but by the time I got it, I didn't reserve it in time, and somebody grabbed it, so now I'm going to be naming it Hotshot, which is also a 959, which is a variant of a 911. So I like Transformers. Anyways, let's get into this. He threw this in there. He had the Ross sticker on there. It's a DC Universe Scarecrow, so it says $5.99 on there. I don't know how hard this is to come by or find. Again, with DC and Disney products, they don't usually put the date on them, which I don't like, but this is pretty cool. This is Scarecrow, Infinite Frontier. That's probably from a comic book line. A couple other items were really sick. This is Velocitron Speedia 500 collection. This is supposed to be, I think this is leader class. This is Scourge. Yeah, Universe Scourge. So it's pretty sick. He's I think he's a tanker truck or a tractor trailer with a tanker trailer on it. So I think that's pretty cool. What year is this from? If this was the space shuttle, this would have been worth like 120 bucks. But because this is the pickup, the semi truck, it's probably worth about 50. So pretty cool though. Like I said, we're into it pretty deep right now. Like I said, Crash Test Dummies with the Micronaut, I would probably put it around 100 bucks. You know, the Transformers statue probably around 70 to 100. The Legacy Transformers figure, another like 50 bucks. So on top of the $400 already with the Cylon, and then we got the Scarecrow figure and the NECA, I think we're actually doing pretty well. I think we're upwards of about $600 right now. There is some larger items in here. I'm going to get into some of these in 1 second. I kind of wanted to, I didn't want to, you know, put all the big stuff out at the beginning of the video, because then people might just like turn it off, you know what I mean? This is Multiverse DC. This is Deathstorm. So he has a lantern. I'm guessing this is from Green Lantern, I'm guessing. So he's actually a pretty cool figure. He comes with a different head and a cape with a lantern. And oh, that's a Build-A-Figure. Never mind. That red figure is actually Build-A-Figure. That stinks. I thought it was like to change out him, but it's for the Build-A-Figure. So Blackest Night. That's pretty cool. We got Cobra Commander here. This is just a statue. What year is this from? This is from 2020. Cobra Commander statue. This is actually really good quality though. It comes with a sick base, and the detail on it is pretty awesome. Yeah, it definitely gives me World War II vibes though, with his outfit and his helmet though. I was actually like tempted to say he looks like the tyrant from World War II, the German dictator. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, G.I. Joe, I used to play with them a lot as a kid, but I never used to watch the cartoons a lot. I just like to play with the action figures. But yeah, this is, and it says $45 sale price on it, so this is probably more than $25 4 years ago. I'm not sure what it's worth now, probably like 40 bucks. Here we got a really sick Vegeta. I think this is called, it's from something called White Hole or something like that. He's missing his stand, and I think he's missing his little seeker or his little rangefinder thing. But he is an insane, I mean, he is probably 3 pounds. He is heavy, maybe 2, but he is like insanely detailed. If you guys can see that here. Pretty sick, honestly. I think he threw him in, supposedly, because I said, oh, that's cool, I like that Vegeta. He's like, yeah, you can have him. And then he told me that if he said that there was a throw-in item, he wouldn't charge me for it because he already gave me his word about giving it to me, which was great. But he held his word on the stuff that he was going to give me for free, but he didn't hold his word on the stuff that I was going to pay for. So not too happy about that. There's some other sick items in here. This is a 2012, I think, 2005. This is a Build-A-Figure from Marvel Legends. This is Green Goblin, and this guy is sick. This guy is like a medieval, he looks like a medieval like servant or peasant or something like that. He's got he's got some armor on. Maybe he's a little bit higher up. Maybe he's like supposed to be a knight or something like that. But he's a Build-A-Figure, so you would have to buy an action figure and like put the leg on, and then another action figure, and like you get the head and like an arm, and then you get the torso. So you had to buy like 5 or 6 different figures to build this guy, and he is one of the biggest Build-A-Figures I've seen. He's 12 inches tall. Pretty sick figure again. Like I said, this guy's massive, and he's heavy, and he's super detailed. So I really dig that. I like that a lot. What else do we got in here? We have another Transformer, if you guys like Transformers. This is a more modern one, I think. This is still probably, you can find this in stores like Walmart still. This is F-15 Eagle. This is Starscream Coronation with the crown and the cape. Super awesome figure. Still sealed in the box. I really dig this a lot, actually. My son's got this, and I think he's missing some parts. So it looks like he got it from Ollie's. That's an Ollie sticker. So he obviously is buying stuff cheap and trying to sell it for more and trying to make money, which I get. But like telling me he's gonna lose money or break even on this stuff, I highly doubt it. Another throw-in item that he gave me was a $1.50 Ultimate Warrior. It said $1.50 on it with a Walmart clearance sticker on it, and I was like, dude, you know, you feel bad, but you're giving me like dollar items, and honestly, there's a razor blade mark right down the middle of his face. So somebody wants to keep it in the package, so they ain't gonna be able to do much with it. This was part of the deal at the end where he said, well, how about we do this price? And I said, you took out a lot of my items that I drove out here for. And then like we were in his room, and I started looking. He had a lot of really sick figures like tacked onto the wall, like hang them on like their hangers. And I was like, oh, I like that, I like that, I like that. He's like, I can't sell that, that was a gift. I can't sell that, that's mine, I can't, so whatever. But he started pulling some figures out that I really, really liked, and I didn't mind paying a little extra. These are absolutely incredible. I love these. So these are, okay, so this is Bootstrap Bill from Pirates of the Caribbean. Pretty sick, actually. I think this is from Dead Man's Chest, where he's on the boat and he's under Davy Jones still. This is where he's like all covered and stuff, and he's talking to Johnny Depp. This is super sick. Probably about, I don't know, probably about like 6 or 7 inches tall, maybe a little bit taller. Really sick. Not super posable. His arms do move in his head, but that's really nice. I love Pirates of the Caribbean. I really want Johnny Depp to come back. Tell me what you guys think. Johnny Depp is like the only character that I would really like to have as Jack Sparrow. Anyways, here's Severus Snape. Don't know what year these are from. It's hard to tell. You gotta look up their skirts sometimes. It's hard to tell what year these are from. I don't know. Warner Brothers China. So there's Severus Snape. Rest in peace, Alan Rickman. Super cool actor guy. Everybody loved his role, and I mean, he played in 8 of the Harry Potter movies alone. I'm not sure what all the other movies he played in was. This guy is massive. So Small Little Giant here. We have Hagrid. Still can't figure out what his year is, but these are extremely heavy. Look at the size of him. He's got to be about 8 to 9 inches tall. He's pretty big. That's crazy figure here. Hagrid, one of my favorite characters in Harry Potter. Rubeus Hagrid is really awesome. Rest in peace as well. He had passed away. So all these guys from 20 years ago that we looked up to and loved, they're slowly passing away. Here we go. We have Professor Quirrell. Yeah, it looks like a dog might have put a couple of his teeth marks in his head, but there's Quirrell with his turban on, or his hat, or whatever. Let's put these back in the bag, actually, so I don't lose track of all these. What do you guys think so far? How do you think I'm doing? Leave me a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. I still have a huge box full of stuff over here. We got some crazy, massive, like, figures over here. I'll give you a hint what these are. Shogun blank. They're about 24 inches tall, extremely rare. If you guys know what they are, stay tuned. They're called Shogun blank. They're from the 70s. If you guys know what they are, you're gonna freaking love these things. Anyways, here is Lockwood, I think. So yeah, that's pretty cool. You don't find enough, what the heck? Actually, he has, like, does the cage open? The cage opens for some reason. That's really cool. So he's probably supposed to be doing like a magic trick and probably have to have an owl in there. It looks like, that's weird. It looks like there's supposed to be a spring in there and something shoots out. So yeah, so maybe you're supposed to click his arm and it shoots out of the cage. Don't really know about that too much. I've never owned any of these before. This is one of the Gringotts bankers. Really cool. I think he's a goblin, or maybe he's just a dwarf. I'm not 100%. I think this is Griphook. Definitely got to be Griphook. That's one of the, yeah, he's pretty cool. We have Dobby. Can't forget Dobby. He looks really creepy, man, actually. He looks really creepy, and he's hitting himself in the head. Dude, that's so sad, man. He, like, when he smacks himself or he whacks his head against the wall. Dude, look at, he's hitting himself in the head. Who makes it as a toy? Like the Crash Test raccoons and the cats, man. Who does that? Here we go. Have Harry Potter as Quidditch champ, I think. Gryffindor. That's pretty sick, actually, with, I don't think that's the Nimbus. I think that's the Firebolt. Pretty cool. Harry Potter figure. Definitely a lot smaller than Hagrid and Severus and everything. Here's Professor Quirrell again. Oh, cool. So it's Quirrell and Voldemort. And then look at you, turn his head around, and then you tip up his hat, and you have Voldemort. Look at that. That's so cool. That doesn't really look like Voldemort though. It looks more like a mummy, but that's pretty cool. I like that a lot. That's pretty sick, honestly. That's probably one of my favorite figures. There's Draco Malfoy, and here's Hermione. This has to be, I would say this has to be like the Sorcerer's Stone. This probably, it could be from all the movies, because I'm like remembering there's Gringotts. Lockwood wasn't in the movie until, was that the fourth one, maybe? The Goblet of Fire, maybe the fifth? I don't remember, but these are all from different movies, and he just kind of threw this in. Like he said, he started feeling bad. He gave me, I don't even know what this is, a Kid Robot Panthro from Thundercats. So I think we're doing okay so far. I haven't looked through all this stuff and since I got it. We're going to get into some really crazy figures here. Check this out. Shogun Warriors. I never actually owned one before in person. And we don't just have one, we have three. So I think one of them's called Raydeen. I think this one's Dragon. I think there's one that's called Raydeen. You're not going to be able to see me in a minute. Check these out. This is my favorite one right here. So these are pretty sick, guys. These are 24 inches tall. They are completely, these are not exclusive to America at all. It says made in Japan on this one, but the rest of them say they're all in Japanese. Like this one, I don't know what this one does. What does this one do? He shoots something. I think his fist comes off. Like there's all these parts to these. Like this one, the missile shoot. These blades move. So I think he's missing part of his head here. They're not in the 100% condition, but even in like beat up, incomplete condition, these sell for like 100 to 150 bucks a piece or more. And he was like, oh, I didn't want to let go of those. Those sell for a lot of money. And he's like, I think you're getting a really good deal. You're kind of stealing from me. And I was like, seriously, dude? Like, when you see the amount of Star Wars figures that I have compared to what I probably should have gotten, you're going to be like, man, dude, you got ripped off. Because he pulled out a lot. Like, he pulled out so much stuff. Anyways, so these are pretty sick. They're 24 inches tall. These are called the jumbo ones. I think they did make 4-inch variants, but these are the massive ones. These are before like mechs and Gundams, and these are before like Pacific Rim and the kaijus and stuff like that. Like these are cool. They're literally blow mode plastic, but they're on wheels and they stand up by themselves. And look at the size of these. These are over 24 inches tall, and these are just super cool. Look at that guy. Look at that guy. I don't know, like I said, I don't know how these 100% work, but I don't want to start messing with them and breaking them. So we're going to put these guys aside for now. This guy, supposedly, like, the parts of these, like, the missile is like $25. Like, one of the guy's fist that comes off is like 50 to 75 bucks. So people try to complete these, and these are just super cool. And honestly, this is my favorite one. I like this. It reminds me of, like, Power Rangers. But honestly, this was like 20 years before Power Rangers. I mean, look at this. Look at how cool Japanese stuff is. This was like mid to late 70s. And it's kind of like, it predates like Ultraman. It kind of looks like it would be like a boss from like Godzilla or something like that. I have some pieces here. I don't really know what these are, but I think these are like 20 bucks a piece. These go to the Shoguns too. Like you said, he's missing his chest plate and part of his head. So anyways, we got a bin full of stuff. We still have this big box half full of stuff. We're gonna get into some more stuff. Keep saying stuff, it's annoying. So we have Space Ghost. Don't think he goes for too much. Oh, why did they do that? Why did they do that? 2016 Space Ghost. They put packaging tape on the box. They're gonna that's gonna get ruined, dude. They put packaging tape on the box. Did not see that. It's still a cool figure. Cartoon Network's awesome. I just did not see that when I was there. He started throwing stuff in, and I just said okay, because he felt really bad. Here's a NECA It figure, Pennywise. This is the original, not the original one, but this is the one from the original horror movie, It the movie, from I think the 80s, like 82 or something like that. So it's pretty cool actually. But I realized this is another reason why when I was in the house, I realized he had another one of these on his shelf by his computer and his Xbox, and he goes, oh well, this one's got a rip in it, like when we were outside. But he actually had a nicer condition box inside the house, so he gave me the worst condition one, and he told me that was his only one. And I saw there was also supposed to be like an Ertil or Hot Wheels General Lee that was supposed to be mine, and I saw it on the stove in the kitchen on top of like an Eisenhower G.I. Joe figure. So I was just kind of upset because, like, as he was talking, like, I was truly 100% honest with him. I told him about all the cool nerdy stuff that we do, all the cosplay events we do, all the stuff that we were into, like, you know, like toy lines. I said, well, my wife likes horror stuff and My Little Pony and, you know, like Slimers, Ghostbuster and stuff like that. And I said, this is what I like. This is what my son likes. And, you know, I was 100% honest with him. I showed him all the cool pictures of all the stuff that we like to do, the really cool items that we kind of collect and stuff like that. So I was 100% with him, and he just wasn't with me. And I just kind of, you know, I mean, the phone call definitely helped. But anyways, so this, I think, this is the Battlestar Galactica ship. This is a model, I think, from Revel. I don't 100% remember. Made in China. Mobius models. So don't know the name of the ship, but I love spaceships. This is pretty cool. Has a price sticker on it. It said 50, then it went down to like, I think it went down to like 30 or something like that, but it's pretty cool. I would say it's about 12 inches long. Really pretty detailed. Probably needs a little bit more paint work. But it's a pretty decent model, and I mean, I'm kind of glad I got it with this lot of stuff. So so far, I think I'm doing pretty well. Like I said, I spent $800 in cash. It was actually a little bit more with ATM fees and some gas, but we're not counting that because it's the money I paid for the items, not the money I paid to get there. Anyways, let's move on. He gave me this too. This is a Funko Panthro, so from Thundercats. Wasn't super thrilled about that. Like I said, he was giving me a lot of throw-in items. This is actually pretty sick. This is Ninja Bruce to Batman. So this is supposed to be when Ra's al Ghul is training him, and then they actually turn him into Batman. So this is actually pretty sick. This is 2005 Batman Begins with Christian Bale. That does not look like Christian Bale at all, dude. He literally looks like he could be Starkiller from Star Wars. That does not look like Christian Bale. More like Sam Witwer. Anyways, so that's kind of cool though. I mean, I actually have not owned any of those Batman figures from Batman Begins, so it's always cool to have a first. We're gonna kind of get into some more items here. This is really cool. 1979 Dewback with the saddle on it. Look at that. That's Star Wars right there for you. The saddle, I'm guessing, is probably supposed to have a sand trooper on it, or some sort of snow trooper. Sorry, no, sand trooper or stormtrooper. I am sorry. Tatooine. We have some more items. Like I said, this is all the Star Wars stuff that I got. I was supposed to have like, you saw the size of this box. There was supposed to be a bin filled this much with Star Wars stuff, and he told me $100. And he goes, well, you don't want that. That's full of parts and pieces. You don't want that. And I said, dude, I have a ton of like Star Wars items at my house that are missing pieces. I have TIE fighters. I have snow speeders. or air speeders. I have tons of stuff, Millennium Falcons that are missing pieces. Actually, he gave me a saddle for one of the dewbacks. Honestly, that's pretty cool. This is all I got. This is literally all I got for Star Wars vehicles, and that's pretty much it. I was supposed to get a box this big, probably a 35-gallon tote or more full of Star Wars stuff, and he gave me a snow speeder missing the cockpit and the... Anyways, he was like missing everything. Missing all the windshields, missing the cockpit covers, missing the dewback completely. So this one's missing the harness for the Tauntaun. So I wasn't 100% happy with that because, like I said, the reason why I went out there is because I'm a massive Star Wars fan. I wouldn't say I'm too in-depth on Star Wars, like the lore and stuff like that. Like a lot of people will be like, oh, like my friend, he'll be like, oh, I hate Star Wars, you know? I'm sorry, he goes, I hate this part of Star Wars. I won't watch Ahsoka. He goes, I won't really watch like Acolyte. I just don't really care for it. Now they're just kind of digging for lore, and I guess he's a huge Clone Wars fan, and I get that. But like he said, he doesn't watch it. He criticizes me on my lack of Star Wars knowledge. I'm more of like a surface Star Wars knowledge, he calls me, so, or a casual, but I still love Star Wars. I love the monsters. I love the aesthetic. I love the weapons. I love the armor. I love all that stuff. I love, you know, how they can still come up with stories, you know, years and years afterwards. So Tauntaun, really cool, from Empire, from Hoth, one of my favorites. Awesome. This is actually really sick. I didn't even see that this was in here. This is Batman with crime scene evidence, and it comes with, that's so weird. It comes with like a weird scale mask. I don't understand why. Why would you do that? It's unmasked Batman from Batman. What is it from? This has to be from The Dark Knight. This is from the second one. But look it. So it comes with... Oh, he's a chase figure. He's a chase figure. On the back of it, it says chase figure. I just wanted to know why he's wearing no mask, and he's got this weird big, like 1/6 scale mask next to him. It says right here on the back, it says the Joker, which is actually ironic because I'm pretty sure the Joker, the Heath Ledger Joker, would be the Chase now. Gotham City Thug, and then there's Chase figure, which is Batman. So it says right here, it says the Chase figure on the corner right here. That's pretty cool. I like the blister pack on it. I kind of dig how it's like punched out of like glass. Still moving along, guys. Like I said, $800 for this stuff. The main part of this buy was the Shoguns, which are very expensive. I'm hoping to get at least $450 to $500 for those. I might end up keeping one. But the thing is, if you keep the coolest one, you know what I mean? And then the Snow Globe and that Batman Stein, and then, you know, maybe stuff like the, you know, the Micronaut figure, the Transformers. There's a lot of cool big items in here. Let's tip this box up because it's easier for me to get into. Kind of delving into some smaller items now. Here's another part of the buy that I didn't really agree with. He told me he wanted $50 for carded Star Wars figures, and I told him I have like 1,000 to 2,000 of those. I said, what years are they from? It seems like the ones that I have are from Clone War, Attack of the Clones, which is pretty cool, 2002. But he told me he wanted $50 for them. I said, they don't really sell for like, I said, you could sell them at a tag sale and you probably wouldn't get $5 a piece for them. He said he wanted 50 bucks. He said he average priced them about $5 a piece. And I got 7 of them. 7 times 5 is 35, which means he pulled some figures out. Now I have this figure, which is really cool. It's Chewie and Han back to back. This is silver anniversary. This is 25th anniversary, 2002. So kind of got those Power of the Force, you know, Power of the Jedi vibes with that card. But I saw a Luke and Darth Vader on his table of this, and he goes, oh, I'm sorry, that's a gift. I promised it to somebody else. He just, excuse me, he pulled out better figures, and I just didn't like that, you know. And now he's hounding me. It's been a couple days since I've gotten all this stuff. And he's like literally hounding me. He's like, oh man, I got to sell this stuff, brother. Like, do you want this other lot of stuff or not? And I was like, I don't even know if I want to talk to the guy anymore, you know? He gave me these. I thought these were pretty cool. Well, I think he charged me for these. There's Shorty, and there's Jumbo, and then I think this is Spiky. Yeah, Spiky. Those are killer clowns. Don't know what year these are from. Pretty cool. 2023. These are newer. So these are actually pretty neat. They're actually in sequence. 931, 932, 933. So these are pretty cool. Only one's got a protector on it. They're still in pretty good condition. They're way better than that Space Ghost that's taped. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this video. I talk a lot because I get super excited. But, you know, it seems more or less that if you don't do your research, and even if you're honest with people, that they're still going to try and pull one over on you. And the fact that he wanted to bring all the items outside, I get that his house was a mess. But he also probably didn't want me to see all the stuff on the table. He probably forgot. He's like, oh, dude, you want to buy more stuff? I want more money. Come on inside. And I just started seeing all the stuff that was in the listing. I was like, dude, where are my Micronauts ships? You know, where's my Micronauts figure? Where are the rest of my Star Wars toys? And, he pulled out a lot of crazy stuff. So he felt bad, and he gave me, this is, it's probably broken. That's fine. This is a Micronauts ship. Don't know to what extent this works, but this is, very strange. This is another Micronauts thing, I think. These are pretty neat. I don't know. I think there's one more ship in here, which I hope there is. There's supposed to be another ship in here, and there's not. So anyways, we'll get back to that. There's a couple Micronauts things, those were in the listing, and I told him, I said, where are those, he told me this was expensive. I highly doubt it. This is like Chap May. Yeah, it's Chap May from 2009. This is a Griffin, and I don't understand why this would be expensive. This isn't even vintage, and it's missing his wings. So I don't understand, like, he just kind of started giving me stuff. He's like, oh, dude, this is, like, really expensive. Like, it's really sought after. I don't really think so. Chap May I think was made in China, Toys R Us exclusive stuff that was supposed to be knockoffs of other things. So this probably, in turn, could have been, like, a knockoff Hippogriff from, like, Harry Potter. It could have been, like, a knockoff of something else. I mean, who knows? It could be something. I didn't look it up yet. Anyways, let's get back to the Star Wars figures. This is pretty sick, actually. This is Jango Fett with all his armor and all of his extra weapons. And actually, the jetpack makes sound, so I actually don't have this one. This is pretty cool. Do not have that one. It's like the full armored Boba Fett. This one is C-3PO. That's cool. You can build your own 3PO, a battle damaged one, or the inside one. Removable panel. So this is the one that Anakin builds on Tatooine from episode 1. And then you could actually build a battle damaged one and like put the armor on him to make him like, beefier. This is pretty neat, I guess. It says $1 on here. It looked like he got this from a tag sale. This is from Mrs. What is this? Playing Mantis. Johnny Lightning. Okay. 1998. This is Flintstones. That's one of the, I think that's Barney Rubble's car. And then this one is Cartoon Network, Barney Rubble and Dino and Fred. And I don't remember. Kazoo, I think, is the Martian. So this is NASCAR, and this is from 1996. He just started throwing these things in. I was like, dude, where are the NASCAR cars that, where's all this? Super Battle Droid. R2-D2 with some weird looking alien things. Try Me Electronic Alert, Coruscant Sentry. He's got these little weird alien things on there. I got a Crow Funko Pop that was actually really cool. My wife and my aunt are both huge fans of Brandon Lee and the Crow. Rest in peace, Brandon Lee. And then we have Darth Vader with slashing lightsaber attack. I actually don't have a lot of Attack of the Clones figures. I have a lot of 1994 to 2001, episode 1, and I have a lot of the Return of the Jedi and like Power of the Force, Power of the Jedi, and stuff like that. And then the red cards, the green cards, and I have some of these. But here's Mace Windu. I have him. And then what else is there? I think that might be it, actually. I'm not. Oh, is this Predator? Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Let me move this guy. I just found another piece to Predator. I knew he was missing a piece. He's missing his mask. And his arm fell off. Sweet. He's missing this is Alpha Predator. Oh, he's dope, dude. He is cool. Don't think he goes for much, but man, he looks sick. Actually, let me pop his arm back on. I don't know why it does that. There we go. There's Alpha Predator with the mask on. So, overall, tell me what you guys think. Thought it was a pretty cool purchase. It was definitely an odd and weird experience for me. Trying not to make the video too long, but I don't know. I just felt like when I was there, I was like really reluctant to, I was taken aback. I didn't want to give him more money, and I wanted more of my items. I said, listen, dude, like, there was supposed to be more than 4 Star Wars ships and like 1 dewback. He gave me a dewback out of pity. And I was like, dude, you have 3 or 4 snow speeders here. You have like a pile of 5 dewbacks. You have like more cloud cars. You have more tauntauns. I said, where are all my items, And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, dude. Like those are going to another person. They're interested in those. He goes, I didn't want to, cut my throat or, I had to cut my losses or whatever. He goes, here, I'll give you more stuff. And I said, I don't want like throw-in items. I don't want like newer Funko Thundercats figures. I don't want wrestling figures as a consolation prize, I want to get the stuff that I drove out there for. It was a 3-hour drive, round trip. I had to stop at a gas station. I had to take out some cash because he doesn't do Venmo, didn't do PayPal. So, I don't know. It was just a weird experience. We were going, I picked up my wife from work and we headed home. We went to a grocery store and he called me right before we went into the grocery store and we were just talking. He's like, yeah, man, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. And I was like, you're sorry? I said, my bank account is sorry. You know what I mean? I paid all that money. And he's like, well, but you have this figure and you have that figure. And I was like, dude, it's not about the money. It's about the personal interaction and the deal that we agreed on, that you sent me pictures of late at night and sent me a figure price of what you wanted for stuff and how many items I was going to get. And I said, okay. And then I made an entire list on my phone in notes on my iPhone of, you know, okay, this is what you want for this price, this is what you want for that, this is what you want for that, and I added it all up, and I said, okay, you said 750, I said 750. I ended up paying like 800 or I think 800. It was 800 for everything. So I still think I did well. But tell me what you guys think. Tell me your favorite item from here. I mean, this is like a huge span from 70s all the way up to like 2010. This is a big, actually till like 2023, honestly, with some of the Transformers. Huge, huge span of time there. That's about 50 years of toys. And honestly, I'm drawn to the older ones, man. I really just dig these things. These are just so cool. They're so well made and they're so vibrant. They don't make toys like this anymore, man. This is just cool. So hope you guys enjoyed. My name's Aaron. This is my channel. Please, if you haven't already, like and comment and subscribe. Tell me what you guys think of this. Fail, win, broke even, not really interested. Just tell me what you guys think. Give me your honest opinion. I will reply back to whoever I can. Stay safe. Be good to one another. Chase your dreams and just... You know what I mean? Like, this is cool. It's all about the finds and the treasure. It's all about that feeling of like, I got this, I found this, you know what I mean? It's not all about the money, you know what I mean? It might be some about the money to get some of my money back to be able to keep some of these items. But like I said, it's the thrill of the hunt, and I really dig that. I really love that. Not all about flipping items all the time. I have like probably 30 to 40,000 items in my garage that it's either hard to let go of or it takes too long to list. So anyways, thank you all again, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Let me know, how did I do? Goodbye, everyone. And